What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Chevalier, where we are here to start off with a sweet tea, please. Thank you. Well, we are here to help people find happy and healthy relationships. And it don't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, or even the penguins in Antarctica. Thank you guys. Welcome to another show. As I always say, practice what you preach. And life happens out here, out there, out in the world. Doesn't happen sitting at home. Doesn't happen sitting on your phone, sitting on apps all day. You have to get out and about in the real world to meet people, to see people, to know that life is going on. You never know what you might run into. It's almost like that quote Dr. Martin Luther King said, the only man to never fail, the only man to fail is the man that never tried. So I'm out here at the beautiful Atlanta Marriott Marquis in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. And just been out all day running errands and thought I'd get a bite to eat before I head home and to sort of hit with today's topic, because I know that one of the number one things that I hear very often in dating is that guys cannot find suitable women for marriage. You know, women who are looking for relationships, women who are looking to settle down. And unfortunately, I'm gonna start off with the onion dip. Thank you. And unfortunately, it's very difficult because a lot of guys are wanting relationships. And for the longest, that's all you ever heard, is that guys don't want relationships, and women are the ones that are out here venturing into the world, and, you know, guys don't want anything, and that's been proven to be so untrue, because most of dating are guys who want relationships, guys who want to be married, guys who want to be in love. And the number one thing that I always put out there are the statistics. Because when I meet women, they say, oh, guys don't want relationships and I'm single because guys don't want love. I always try to introduce them to the fact that you can go do the research. I always cite uscensus.gov for people to get out and do the research and see that men want relationships, that men want marriages. Even in the African American community. Look at how many men are married compared to how many women are married. And then you'll get a huge contrast on the dating market. Because for the longest, it was that, you know, guys don't want this, or, you know, they're broke, or they're on the down low. Now, that's a good thing here in Atlanta, they're on the down low. But strangely enough, there are no sexually frustrated women in Atlanta. I ain't come across none. If you have, please let me know, because I've never met one woman in Atlanta, even, you know, Big Bertha, Big Shirley, shout out to Kevin Samuels, rest in power, Big Shirley, ain't even sexually frustrated in Atlanta. But all these guys are gay, and they're all on the down low, secretly with each other. And it's all weird, because it's like, at the end of the day, it's almost like there's a narrative to push that there are men who don't want relationships. Most guys don't want relationships. They just want to kick it and hook up and all this and that. And the truth is that most guys do want relationships. Most guys do want love. Most guys do want to settle down. They do want to have a family. I think for most guys, it's built in their DNA to want a family with a woman that wants a relationship, that wants to be loved, that wants to be appreciated. And it sort of, to me, goes back to like the interview that I did last week with the young lady that said that, you know, she wants to date, but she's not looking for a relationship. And so often with modern women, this is the narrative. They want to date because as a man, you're spending your money. You're spending your resources so she can have a good time. Now, the rare thing in this case is the young lady last week, she actually was like, she don't mind paying. She don't mind spending money. She doesn't mind go and have on the date, and for her it's a normal thing. And that's rare, but that's why I wanted to do that interview with her, because I want to show men that not all women are out to take advantage of you or to, get your money. A lot of women out here don't mind sharing the cost of the date, because at the end of the day, you're enjoying it together. You're having fun together. You're valuing the opportunity together. And so you start to understand and feel that it's not just a one-person thing, but that it is a two-person enjoyment. Yes, since time immemorial, men have paid for dates, and to help women understand is not to get to know you. In a national survey by AskMen.com, the majority of guys pay for dates because it is a socially acceptable way to ask for sex. Of course, generally you're not just going to go up to a woman and say, well, when can we kick it, how much, and when we're going to do this. So you say, oh, can I get to know you? Can we go on dates? You try to find softer ways that's going to win the woman over for what she's looking for. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a way that you ask for being with them, for being intimate with them. And sometimes that can spark feelings that lead to relationships, and that can sometimes lead to opportunities that might lead to marriage. That might lead to something deeper, something stronger, something more committal. But at the end of the day, it leads to something that's going to benefit both people. Looking for that relationship. And men want relationships. They want to be married. So some of the key things, guys, that you look for in women who want to be married is simply just looking for women who want to be married. I always say in every first conversation, the first few questions a man needs to ask a woman is, one, what do you do for a living? Number two, do you have any kids? And number three, are you dating for the purpose of marriage? Because we live in a generation that wants to make men feel shameful for having standards. Because women can be told they don't want no ugly dude, they don't want no broke dude, they don't want no dude that ain't gonna meet their standards, or they're not gonna settle. But at the end of the day, a man has to meet a rigorous 1,000 point inspection just to have the opportunity to sit down with you and go out to eat. And then he has to pay for it. And then 9 times out of 10, if she's not interested, then he's on the hook for his time, his effort, his resources, and his money. And she just walks away saying, well, at least I got to have a free meal. Alright.
Did we know, do we want to put in anything else?
Not at the moment, maybe, just a few minutes. And then, he's on the hook, and she gets to have a good time. But I want you guys to understand, I'm not saying that men should not pay for dates. I have no problem with men paying for dates. I think men paying for dates is the norm in society, and I think it's the norm of the world. But I think in exchange, men want women who are going to be wives, who want to be wives. And the best way to meet a woman who wants to be a wife is to make sure that we ask the right questions. And men, it is up to us to ask the right questions, because too often we always talk about how women hurt us and how we're done wrong and how we're treated and disrespected, but we never take the time to ask questions. It's like we text, but we don't pick up the phone and talk and ask questions that matter. What do you do for a living? Do you have kids? And are you dating for the purpose of marriage? Those are the 3 questions all men should ask a woman in the first conversation. From that point on, it is what it is. But at least it's a starting point. At least it's a vocal point. At least it's a point where you can get the important narratives and information out the way. So guys, what do you do for a living? Do you have any kids? And are you dating for marriage? If she's not dating for marriage, she's not marriage material. Till next time, guys. Peace. We gone. I'm gonna eat. Enjoy yourself.